Hello, my name is Dane Clark, and we are going to continue in the Law of Attraction training series. This is part three. All right, let's begin. Starting with erasing roadblocks in the mind. To really make the law of attraction work to your advantage, you have to get rid of your old habits and thoughts, just like we talked about before. I call these old habits and programming roadblocks, and I'm going to help you break through these roadblocks with a few simple techniques that you can use in your spare time that really work. Many of our roadblocks are related to our feelings. Feelings are what make us human. We feel good, we feel bad when it really comes down to it. This is how you feel, either good or bad. How would you like to feel good all the time? I'm going to show you some simple techniques that will help eliminate worry, stress, anxiety, anger, and any other feeling that may be a roadblock in your path that is keeping you from attracting the success that you deserve. Some of these techniques may seem too simple to have any sort of effect, but I promise you that you will enter that if you enter them into your life with an open mind and really practice them over and over, you will see significant changes in your life. All you have to do is give these techniques a chance. Before I begin, I would like to give Joe Vitale and Peter Michelle credit for so many of these techniques. Technique number one, I love you. These simple words are a gateway to communicating with the divine and directing what you want. All you have to do is say, I love you, and concentrate on anything you want, think, or feel, and you will begin to bring success into your life. You will bring stronger relationships, health, and love. These three words are never used enough, and when we think of them, we often think of using them towards another person, like telling your family or significant other that you love them. That is great, and you should keep doing that as much as you can, but it's a great thing to show love for others. To really use this technique, you must direct the meaning with yourself towards the universe and the divine that surrounds us. The best part is that you do not even have to say it out loud. A great example of this in Joe Vitale's book Zero Limits. The book begins by telling the story of a doctor named Hugh Lin. He was hired to work at a hospital for the criminally insane as a psychologist. This was no easy task because the hospital was filled with very dangerous patients that were restrained most of the time. This was a difficult place for the staff to work, so when Dr. Hugh Lin started working there, they did not think that he would be any different and would probably quit in a couple of months. What they did not know was he used an ancient Hawaiian technique called Ho'oponopono. Dr. Hugh Lin never saw a single patient. He read over their charts and when went through the Ho'oponopono process, and to the amazement of the staff, the criminals in the hospital began to get better and improve. The patients were not as violent and were calm and approachable. I'm going to share with you how this process works. All you have to do is say these simple phrases. One, I'm sorry. Two, please forgive me. Three, thank you. And four, I love you. By using these three simple phrases directed to the vine and taking a deep look inside yourself and taking responsibility for the things that are being created in your life, you'll begin to clear and erase any block or obstacle that may not be able to overcome. Technique number two, make a movie. I call this step make a movie not because I actually want you to go and make one, but visualize yourself as the main character in your movie and you having everything that you want and desire. Try to visualize yourself through the first scene in your current moment all the way to the ending credits. Fill your thoughts and mind with everything that you want. You may see yourself getting a raise as you first seen, and then after you've gotten that raise, you go out and buy a car, and then a house or whatever that it is that you want. The universe will start putting these things in motion as soon as you start visualizing and exercising concentrated thoughts towards these things that you most desire. To take the exercise a further step, you can write it out, because it may be hard for some people to visualize for long periods of time because it's easy for your thoughts to shift to other things. So begin with an outline, write out all of the things that you want to happen in your life and begin writing them down in a list. After you have made a list of all the things that you want, put them in steps, starting with the most attainable goals first, because if you want to be a millionaire, it probably won't be your first step. After you have made an outline of all your steps to begin, write out in detail, just as though it was a movie script and you were performing the lead role. Try to make it as detailed as possible. The exercise was a huge turning point in my life and helped me to make some important life decisions. Don't feel overwhelmed if you don't like to write. You can just make the list and outline, but every time you go to visualize and concentrate on the things that you want to go over, it will begin to visualize automatically, just as if you were writing a book. Technique number 3, the past is gone. Some of us live in our past. We think of the things that went wrong, maybe a past relationship, a business failure, or any sort of problem that we feel that we just cannot get over. We spend much of our lives thinking of the past and the problems and challenges that we once had. I have news for you. We cannot and will never be able to change our past. We cannot go back in time and alter decisions we should have made. You have to know that there is nothing that we can do about it now and must let it go. Stop blaming other people for those problems and take some responsibility. And let the feeling, emotions, or anxiety go. That sounds easy, doesn't it? Well, I know that it's a lot harder than it sounds. One of the first steps to letting our past go is to try and forgive ourselves and the people that were involved. I would recommend starting to be forgiving yourself for the problem or situation that occurred, and then forgiving the other people that were involved. Relive the situation and forgive. You can take this a step further by going out and talking to the people that were involved and forgiving them in person. But you don't have to. You can start by finding a quiet place with the no distractions and forgiving by directing your forgiveness to the divine and the universe. This energy will help you to shift your thinking and relieve stress and past thoughts of the situation. During this time, look at where you were then and where you are now, and look for the good that came out of the problem. Look for the future and know that you can handle any problem that is thrown your way because you are now equipped with the power to take a new look at your life and create the things that you really want. And you can now put the nagging past behind. You were in already is whether you let it go or not. Technique 3, letting go. By letting our feelings and emotions go, our mind quiets and we feel lighter, happier, and healthier. There are a few techniques to help you let go of unwanted feelings. Place both hands on your chest and put your head down and feel the intensity of whatever stress you may be feeling. Let the feeling just be. Don't show any type of resistance to the feeling. Feel the feeling in your chest and begin to see the energy in your chest begin to dissolve and come out of your body right above your hands where your hands are placed. Technique 4, increasing the feeling. Mentally bring the feeling into your consciousness and begin to increase the limiting feeling that you may have. Take notice of the intensity of the feeling and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Continue to increase the feeling until you may feel it dissolve, just float away. I know this sounds like it doesn't make much sense, but to make the feeling worse, just give it a try. Doesn't work for you, go to the next exercise. Technique 5, float it away. When you notice that you are being pulled into the thought or feeling, picture yourself by a stream and let your imagination to see your thoughts and feelings being swept away to the rushing river that you are standing by. Technique 6, don't drive with the brakes on. Sometimes we disapprove of ourselves, and that is a major roadblock to our success. Disapproval is like trying to drive with the brakes on. Figure out what it is that you're disapproving of and choose to let the unwanted energy go. Then begin to give yourself unconditional approval just because that you are alive and like, love, and accept yourself for who you are. Technique 7, one of my favorites, the big balloon. This technique can be used for physical pain and unwanted thoughts and feelings. Let yourself feel any unwanted pain and energy. Visualize them as bright red areas of energy in whatever part that you may feel them in. Then see yourself wrapping a balloon around it and then seeing it float up into the sky and out of your body. Technique number 8, evaporation. Bring all of your feelings into a concentrated area like your chest. Begin to visualize them as water. Then begin to see the feelings getting warmer and warmer, and then finally evaporating like a steam out of your body. Technique 9, the water valve. Feelings are like a buildup in a water valve, and when you suppress your feelings, instead of letting them go, they begin to build up greater and greater, causing stress on your body and mind. Mentally see water tap on the valve, and then imagine letting go of the valve and letting the feelings go through the valve until you feel all of the unwanted feelings gone and you're free inside. Technique 10, embrace it with compassion. Love and compassion heals all, just like we have talked about before. Put your hand over your chest and put your head down and embrace the unwanted feelings with love and compassion until you feel it dissolve more and more until it is completely gone. Even if you think that these techniques may sound silly or like they don't work, I'm going to tell you from experience that they do. These techniques will help you erase all of the roadblocks and unwanted feelings that may be stopping the law of attraction in its tracks. Please take the time to pick up 2 or 3 of these techniques and practice them twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, until you begin to feel lighter, freer, and happier. Questions. How do I start the law of attraction? The first thing that you must do is set an intention, because that is the power of the universe is designed. The universe is closely related to the things that we wanted, and we are intending to get them no matter how good or bad. You must begin by setting the intentions for things that you want, because when you set an intention, your mind and the universe are in alignment and agreement of what it is that the outcome may be. What if a negative belief comes up during my day? This is common to everyone, but it can also be quite avoidable. You first acknowledge that the belief is there, but the last thing that you want to is ignore it or suppress it down there, the down with the other negative beliefs may be. Then you should focus your energy and mind onto a happy thought or a positive outcome. You can even carry a list of the things that you want, and when you feel any sort of negativity, go over to your list and feel the positive emotions of the things that you will soon manifest in your life. Number 3, why is it so easy to attract negative versus positive things? Since we cannot monitor all of our thoughts, our emotions are what control us, the things that we attract. So if you have a negative mindset and often feeling negative emotions, many from past experiences and programming, then that is what you are going to attract, the negative things, because that is the energy that you are emitting. So to change all of this, you must make the effort to change the mindset to more positive things and outcomes. Number 4, what if I don't know exactly what it is that I want? The reason you are here is to get exactly what you want, and for some of us that may be hard to understand. And that is why we have to simply ask the universe what it is that we want. And just like attracting anything, you will attract the answers of what it is that you want. Number 5, why is it so hard to have positive thoughts when there's so many negative influences? To really take care of this, you have to accept and allow everything that is. This does not mean that you have to take part in if you just accept the way people act and think. It is not your job to change that. You're here to create your own life and not someone else's. Number 6, isn't it selfish to ask for material things from the universe? You may feel that it is selfish, but the law of attraction is here to give everyone what they want, so you are not the only one with this power that has it. We live in a very abundant world, so you should not feel selfish with so much that is to go around. You may start with attracting material things, and then you may start attracting things that help out the world with the knowledge of this power. You have unlimited opportunities.